Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Crustacean, and in this video I'm gonna talk about the newest sample pack from my friends over at Pop Music called The Works. So they launched two different packs. One is a serum preset pack and one is a drum sample pack, and both of them absolutely rip. Also, I got to design a bunch of presets for the Works' serum preset pack, so that's really cool. And I also got to make this multi-genre demo showcasing the versatility of both the sample pack and the preset pack. So that's what I'm gonna break down in this video today. If you haven't listened to the demo already, I have linked that in the description so you can listen to that and come back to this video. But other than that, let's just get into it. The first genre in the demo is this big rock-ish pre-chorus section that I really wanted to feel like a build-up that led to a lot of the other genres, and it sounds like this. So first of all, the drums. So for the kick, I'm using the Country Beers kick from the sample pack. And I'm also using the Country Beer snare for the snare, so it's all cohesive. That was unintentional, by the way. And there's also this cool fill using other snares and some toms from the sample pack. And I'm also using some open hats and crashes. And all of them is going through this bus. Without any bus processing, it would sound like this. As you can already hear, it's very mix ready. Like, I've done almost nothing, just some basic EQ stuff, just taking out some harshness. The snare is untouched, just some gentle EQing to like fit my mixing style. And the first effect in the bus is this big reverb to give that big pre-chorus vibe. And then I have this filter which is opening up. I also have this Unison Zen Master, which is a really cute plugin, like it's like a substitute for RC20. It has this wobble and a little chorus ensemble kind of effect. It's just really subtle, just to give a little more depth to the entire drum bus. And for the melodic elements, it starts out with this serum preset. And the preset is called Please Pick Up the Call.
Mr. Bihari, please pick up the call.
Okay, quick disclaimer. Since I made a lot of the presets, a lot of the names are really dumb. And they're just some random niche reference from my life. And I don't know, it's funny and I like it, so I kept it. And thank you, Austin, for letting me keep this really goofy ass names. And I try explaining the references here and there throughout the video so that you feel included as well. So yeah. Layered a bunch of pads from the preset pack as well. And there's also this counter melody. Preset is called Pure Vintage. I also did mess around with some of the macros for these presets, and that's the purpose of this video, to showcase the versatility, how you can make these presets sound like your own, and yeah, just go ham with creativity. For the bass, I'm using this BA Atlantis, which I think is a Chase Atlantic inspired bass. I'm not sure. I also have this cymbal roll that I made by reversing one of the crash samples and then drowning it in reverb. Easy transitional cymbal. And then we move on to this R&B section, which sounds like this. Again, all these drums are from the Works sample pack. For the kick, it's the kick hip hop bump kick. And for the rim shot, I'm using this one. And I also have a closed hat. And for the hats, I'm running them through DVS Machines Infiltrator for some interesting delay throws here and there. And I also have these ghost sprinkly hi-hats here and there to make the groove more interesting. For the melodic elements, we have this keys sound. It's called Long Roads. Love it. Super lush. Is that a Make Pop Music Lush reference? Also this Dream Keys preset, real cool. Just a cute plug called Wide Awake. I have this offbeat pulse preset which is acting like an offbeat thing, like to judge. For the bass, I'm using this preset called DBW, the Bass World. It's a really knocky, clicky bass sound with a nice bubbly texture as well. So yeah, I really like that about this preset. And for the name, I'll just put a picture. Wait. Okay, cool, we're back. That was awkward. And for another transitional element, we have this cymbal thing again. And next up, we have this alternate R&B dark pop section inspired by the artist called Darci. And it sounds like this. For the drums, we again have the drums from the Works. A lot of the hi-hats from the R&B section. Just a bunch of random hi-hat samples that I used as sprinkles here and there to make it more interesting. The kick is called Hip Hop Cash with the snare. And this is the Hip Hop Cash snare. I have used a lot of the cohesive sounds and I didn't even know them. For the melodic elements, we again have a lot of pads. Some mallet action. And I tried making this Morse code type of plug thing with some of the plug sounds. This one is a bass preset but played on a high octave. And for the bass, I'm using a preset called Darcinator. Also, for the drum mixing, I'm clipping everything together to give it a little bit of crunch. And then for some more transition elements, I have this crash reversed. And for the next genre, we're going for the Chase Atlantic inspired dark pop. So to begin this section, I thought I'll have an Easter egg from Austin Hull's song called 100 Ways. For the drums, we have this kick called Kick Hip Hop Chase. I wonder what artist this kick is inspired from. And for the snare, I have 3 snares layered together. Some ghost snares. For hi-hats, I have this. And I just have an auto pan on that. And this other main hi-hat. And this really cool fill inspired from Chase Atlantic's Disconnected. Without any effects, it sounds like this. Not very flattering. I have this kilohertz filter, which is like a free filter. Some auto pan. Some frequency shifting. Some more filter action here. And then Rift adding some dirt. For the melodic elements, we have a bunch of pads again. The Dream Keys preset, and then basically a really lush bed of pads and keys. I have have this main pluck melody going on as well, which is basically please pick up the call and yes or no. And they're going through this bus with some delay, reverb, and murder melodies, adding some reversed sauce. And then this counter main melody almost, which is again please pick up the call and lucid dream. But for the bass, I have two layers and Atlantis, because duh. And in the middle, we have this cool Neuro Reese fill. It's called Neural Love. I have a little bit of processing done here. Without any processing, it sounds like this. And the processing chain is really simple. Just some distortion, 3 OTTs, a high pass filter making that wah sound, a phaser, some delay, and some more filter. And for that underwater effect right here, I'm literally using a plugin called Underwater, which is a new plugin in Cubase 14. It's just a high cut filter, and I think it does something more. It just gives a really good underwater feel. For the next genre, we'll go for a more retro popish sound with a lot of Lin drums and stuff. These are all from the sample pack. You can see the names here. There are also some shaker and tambourine loops. For the melodic elements, we have this. The Long Road Skis preset doing the wah, the wah. I'm using the string ethereal preset for the main melody, like wah, da, da. I have this counter melody to the main melody there. Just the pure vintage preset. I have this little ARP thing inspired from Birds of a Feather by Billie Eilish. And that's why it's called Nest of a Stick. Birds of a Feather, Nest of a Stick. Wordplay. And for the ARP, I have this preset called Jimmy's ARP Major. Shout out Jimmy's Burger in Mumbai. Best burger place ever. And I also have this minor version of this Jimmy's ARP. And for the bass, I have this preset called Impaltation. This preset was inspired by Tame Impala, so I called it Impaltation. And then we switched to this really hype Digicore or like Hyperpop-ish section. I called this funk, but I have no idea what this genre is called, I'll be very honest. And the drums sound like this. It is mostly made out of all the electronic kick, claps, hi-hats. And to glue all these drums together, I'm clipping them together to give it some saturation, some clipping. Without the clip, it would sound a little more separated. With the clipping, it's just squashed together and they're besties forever. For the piano, I have this compressed acoustic piano preset, which is just a piano sample with a ton of OTT. And I have this arm made out of Pluck Need You. And for the main lead, I'm using this preset called the preset Adores You. Then I have the offbeat pulse thing again. For the bass, we have this perfect subs preset and also a gentle acid. And for the next genre, we go UK Garage. But this UK Garage is not very authentic UK Garage. It's more on the K-pop inspired, beautiful R&B chords. UK Garage? It's like a hybrid because I love making K-pop and I wanted to test the limits with these samples and presets and how they'll work with K-pop. And spoiler alert, they rip. So here they are in action. So in the beginning of the section, we have this kick scratch thing. And I made this using a kick sample from the sample pack because I wanted a kick scratch and I didn't want just any other kick scratch because I wanted to sound very cohesive with what I was making here. So I took this exact kick sample and ran it through some tape stop for that chew. It's just the kick with a little tape stop and then reversed it so it sounds like, and then glued them together and it's a neat crash. And the kick is called EDM snapped. And it's really punchy. For the snare, I have this rim shot, open hi-hats, some additional percussive snares and ghost snares, shaker loop, more swung hi-hats. For the hi-hats, I just imported a bunch of hi-hats and created this MIDI pattern with swing, and then we have a hi-hat loop. For the melodic elements, we have this chord stab. And it's basically just one key chord. And you can switch it from major to minor. A lot of pads again. Everything is sidechained and it's pumping and it's nice. This yes or no key thing. And this key is called How Was Day? Because when I was making this preset, I was also simultaneously doom scrolling and I saw this guy asking this girl, how was day? And I was like, damn, that's Riz. So I just named the preset that. Some sprinkly things, bourbon keys. And wow. How I made this was basically doing this. And I just quantized the notes according to the scale so that it's not off key. I also have this little melody thing. And for the bass, I'm using London car keeping area bass, UK garage bass, deep. And again, I threw another Austin Hull Easter egg, and it's just from his song Ruin My Life. We have the risers made out of claps and cymbals and the transition cymbals here again. And then for the last genre, it's called BRAT. It's just that. Inspired from Charlie XCX's album BRAT. Tried making something in that aesthetic. We have this electronic kick and clap from the sample pack. And then we have this offbeat closed hi-hat and this shaker loop. And for the main melodic elements, we have these basses. It's called classic hyper and premium gold bass. And in the second half, we have these synths coming in. I just have this trance gate here, without which it would sound like this. And with the trance gate, it sounds very Fred again-ish. And for the transition, we have the cymbal thing and an impact I made by just throwing a reverb on a kick sample. Without the reverb, with reverb. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching this, and I hope you learned something about making samples and presets sound like your own by using them in different contexts with different mixing styles and some creative effects. And yeah, I would highly recommend copying these packs, the preset pack and the sample pack. You can make a lot of styles, a lot more than what I already made here. A lot more styles, mix and match sounds from different genre styles, and the presets and the samples got insane level of potential. So big ups to my friends over at Make Pop Music. You can check them out from the link in the description, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.